Hi everyone, welcome back to AFTV. I'm here with Robbie because we're going to go through the predicted 11 at where else but Vicarage Road.
Vicarage Road, man. Vicarage Road is looking nice. The pitch is looking serene.
Like a carpet.
It is like a carpet. You want to run over there and get a ball out and start playing, but we've already been told by the grounds when we get anywhere near that ground we're dead, right? And we are listening to him here, so big up to the groundsman. But that pitch looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. And can't wait for this game. The atmosphere in there is always amazing. There's always loads of Arsenal fans, as well as being in the away end, which is over there, right? There's always loads of Arsenal fans dotted around various parts of the ground because obviously, Watford's very near to, to North. It's practically North London, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. I always see loads of fans who are like, "Yeah, Robbie, man, I'm in the home end, so I have to keep it quiet, you know what I mean?" But no, it's going to be a great atmosphere in there, and never an easy place to come to, and a game that we have to win.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, we're going to go through the predicted 11. There's some interesting, I think for the first time in a few weeks, there's quite a few positions we're going to have to really go into. I mean, let's get the obvious out of the way. Aaron Ramsdale keeps his place. Yeah,
Ramsdale, in a game like this, I think away from home he's been brilliant this season. You know what I mean? He's that guy. He's got that great rapport with the crowds. You know what I mean? He winds up the away fans.
He loves it away from home.
He loves all the shithousery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's that guy. If we need to waste time, he wastes time. If we need to get on with it, we get on with it. He knows how to play out from the back or when to go long in these type of games. So he's essential in these type of games away from home in particular, so nailed on.
He's the kind of player who'll relieve the pressure by catching across, when the opposition are putting pressure on, the crowd's getting up for it.
Yeah.
And he has been crucial to those away games. Now it does get a little bit trickier because Cedric's done really well at right back. We don't know exactly whether Tomiyasu's fit again. We know that Arteta said he had a calf injury, recovered, and then got another calf injury.
Yeah.
We know that there's a trickier run with Leicester, Liverpool, Villa all kind of back to back in 6 days. So could he keep Cedric in and
Cedric
maybe just
he's played well, hasn't he?
Since
he's
he
come
has
in,
played well.
His crossing in particular has been brilliant. But for me, if Tomiyasu's fit, comes straight back in for me. Away from home, Watford, they're good up front. Emmanuel Dennis, Sarr, these type of players. You've got to be on.
Yeah.
You've got to be on it. Remember how they destroyed Man United there, right? So for me,
yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, listen. Even though they're near the bottom of the division, I think they're second from bottom, danger of going down, but we can't take their attack lightly. They've got a very good attack, and I feel that we've got to have our best defenders in there. If Tomiyasu's fit, he has to start. He's a better defender than Cedric, so he has to start for me if he's fit.
Fair enough. Let us know in the comment section. Do you think Cedric deserves to keep his place? We'll see. White and Gabriel, they'll keep their place at centre back. Yeah.
That's set in stone.
They formed a really good partnership.
Great partnership. White. I thought White, by the way, in the last game, was really, really good.
Yeah.
Remember that game? Gabriel had a nightmare.
Yeah, he did, especially first half.
It played on Gabriel's mind. You could see, and the amount of time sort of White helped him out.
Yeah, got him through.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought their partnership, that's what you want in a partnership. So, yeah.
I also felt when we were struggling to get on the ball, it was White who was happy to come into midfield and try and make something happen, find Saka over the top. So he's been crucial, big up to him. Kieran Tierney at left back.
Yep, without a doubt. Had a bit of cramp towards the end of the last game. But listen, he's been solid. I'd start Tierney all day long.
Now the midfield, I was going to say midfield 2, but it's been more in midfield 3 recently. Partey at the base with kind of 2 either side. Picks itself, doesn't it?
Yeah. Xhaka's been playing this sort of more forward role, which at first I was like, what's he doing so far at the pitch? But he is quite creative when he can get on the ball. Still can be a little bit slow. But the one thing about having when you've got him and Partey in that midfield is that the days of bullying Arsenal's midfield with them two in there, both, way over 6 foot, both units, both aggressive players. Yeah. I think them two have made a very good partnership in the midfield. And then, of course, Martin Odegaard, who's been brilliant. You know what I mean? He's key
Works
to this
so
team.
hard.
He leads the press. He's like I can start to see the captaincy thing.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He shows leadership qualities for such a young player. You know what I mean? He always want to get on the ball. He's always calling for it, isn't he? He's always like, give me the ball, give me the ball. I'll make something happen. He's really, really grown as a player this season. And
starting to take more risks as well, I think.
You
look at that ball over the top to Nketiah for Pepe's equaliser.
Yeah.
You know, it's not
turned
an
up
easy
in big
ball.
moments.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? What you want is, you know, your midfield player, right? Your top midfield players, you know, will make things happen when the chips are down, or turn up in big moments. You know what I mean? It could be something like they press somebody, or it could be something like they hit a brilliant through ball, or you know. So no, he's been excellent. I thought he was outstanding in the last game against Wolves, and he starts.
You're right about Granit Xhaka and that role he's been playing. He played a similar position against Norwich when we beat them 5-0, and I called him Granit Xhaka. So maybe we'll see another one of those here. But I've been enjoying him getting further forward. Actually, it suited him more than I thought.
You know, when he whatever you think about him, he works hard for the team.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
you know, he really does work hard for the team. So no, I think it's absolutely essential that you've got a player like him in the midfield, and I think that's where we can exploit Watford. Is their midfield. Their midfield and their defence is their problem. Up front, they are very good.
Now, I think the front three gets really interesting for Arsenal. A bit like the right-back situation we discussed. There's players who've come in and shown form. Now, I think the easiest thing to say is Saka, Lacazette, Martinelli. But look at that Pepe appearance. Look at Smith Rowe in the game before at home to Brentford it was. So who are you going for in that front three?
Oh, it's a great problem to have.
It's a great problem.
It's a great problem to have. For me, Lacazette definitely starts. You know, I think his hold-up and link-up play is essential. Again, as a captain, he's showing leadership qualities that I really like in the last game against Wolves, constantly geeing up the crowd. So for me, in an away game like this, has to start. We still want him to be a bit more clinical, still want to see. I felt a bit bad for him that he didn't get that goal in the last game. It was actually an own goal, but
he was quite wasteful in that game. Look, I'll credit the work ethic, the tenacity and everything. Brilliant. You can't fault him, but it was one of his more wasteful games in the final third, I thought.
Yeah, but just the way, in these games in particular, again, away from home, where you need that bit of experience, where you're going to have some moments where you suffer, where you need a player who's going to hold on to that ball a bit, shield it. I like some of the little, I like some of the little 1-2s and that he did. Yeah, win your foul. Lacazette has to start. Saka has to start for me. You know, on that right hand side, yes. I think he's a sort of player. You know, looking at Watford's defence, and even looking at the Man United game last week, they were terrorising them down the flanks. United should have won that game. They missed so many gilt-edged chances. They should have won that game. Saka, to me, has to start that game. You know, if you went and asked any Watford defender, who do you not want to be up against this weekend, they're going to say Saka, right? So, and I know Pepe came on, but I would still keep Pepe back as my reserve on the bench to come on and, you know, affect the game.
Is this not a good? You know, I love Saka, but is this not a good opportunity to? I don't want to say rest, because every game is so crucial. We've only got the top four to focus on, but with the games we've got coming up, is this not an opportunity to say, Pepe, what an impact he made? Saka, it wasn't his best game, and he wasn't at his best. I know, great goal against Brentford, but he's not been at his best the last couple of games. Is this an opportunity to?
No. To me, one of your most dangerous players is Saka. He has to start. And, you know, Pepe came on, he made a great impact in that game, and he, if need be, can come on and make a great impact again. That's in my opinion, but Saka is one of our best players, and we need all of our best players on the pitch, right? So to me, he starts in this game like this. It's his pace that can terrorise them. And then on the other side now, Smith Rowe.
Okay.
I wouldn't start Martinelli. I'd start Emile Smith Rowe. Emile Smith Rowe, to me, he's our top goal scorer. He's a goal scorer. If he's fit and he's had a little rest now, and I think he was only out because he was sick, he'll be rearing to go. He'll be chomping at the bit, and he scores goals. He scores more goals than Martinelli. Martinelli I love, and again, I look on it and say, right, if it ain't quite happening, you've got Martinelli and Pepe that you can bring off the bench.
Yeah, good options.
Those are great options.
Nketiah did well off the bench the other day as well.
Nketiah did well when he came off the bench well as well in that game. But for me, I would start Smith Rowe. He's got goals in him, man, and Plus, I want to sing the song Saka and Smith Rowe. You know what I mean?
We want to sing the song, so obviously that's way.
What would you go? What would your front three be?
Yeah, I think Martinelli for Smith Rowe, but otherwise I'll try to wrestle Pepe in there. But I think Saka does have to start.
Yeah.
I think questions over Lacazette because work ethic and all those things. You know, I love it, and you know it's a massive thing, but it only takes you so far. There's a point where the quality needs to come through.
But who's going to link it up if he ain't there?
But I think a Martinelli could, and you know, and Arteta's flirted with the idea of Smith Rowe in the false nine. You know, he said again he could do it. So, but look, 5 players for 3 positions, and they're all in form.
I think
that's a good problem.
I think, as I said, even though Lacazette, I quite controversially gave him my man of the match in the last game because it was just like his energy, his work. He was the guy that got us over the line in that game.
Yeah.
He's got to start.
He pulled us through. Yeah. Fair enough. So just to recap, Ramsdale in goal.
Yep.
You think Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel and Tierney, that would be the return of the back four. Xhaka, Partey and Odegaard in midfield. And then you're gone for Saka, Lacazette and Smith Rowe in your front three.
Saka and Smith Rowe.
Let us know in the comment section what your predicted 11 is and what you'd like to see. We'll be discussing it, of course. We'll be live with the starting 11 about an hour before kickoff as well on Sunday. So we'll see you then. Thanks very much.